I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Mark Nelson and Ray Hillhouse on the front row. AJ Godsey and Jeff Hinkle on the second row. Mark the Man Dantuma, Richie Joplin on the third row. Michael Whiting, Brandon Springer on the fourth. David Garman and Eric Stoy round out the top 10. Kevin Reed starts in 11th next to DP Riggins in 12th. Aaron Mason makes it in 13th. Rick Surge at 14th. J.R. Tanksley in 15th. Michael Dow in 16th. Mike Smith starts in 17th. Gerald Daniels-Poole in 18th. Donald Durant rounds out the 19-car field. See if we can get a good look at the new number to the new paint scheme for Ray Hillhouse tonight. New Farmer's car here tonight. We'll see if that one will get the job done. And a very good point made by Jared Heasley as we get ready for green. 2 weeks ago, Mike Smith, longtime BRR member, finally got his first career BRR win at Daytona at the season opener. That was a long, long overdue win. A few more long overdue wins in the field like Kevin Reed. Hopefully we see him in victory lane this season. Here they come through 3 and 4. Pace car drops in. Green flag is in the air there, down and away at North Wilkesboro. Mark Nelson quickly shoots out front. Everybody makes it through 1 and 2. Very clean. A lot of room being given. A lot of patience being... Oh! We've got one in the outside wall. No caution. Looked like Brandon Springer may have snapped loose coming out of 4. Springer in the 61 car. Out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. No problems. And on the power, just like we heard out of AJ, the car just wiggles and wobbles into the wall. And caution is out for the first time tonight. Caution came out on lap 3. Mark Dantuma, J.R. Tanksley involved. Mark Dantuma rushing to pit road. The engine is burning. Mark coming out of turn 4 again, just on the power, snaps loose. Another car has a similar problem. Gerald Poole and J.R. Tanksley can't avoid Mark Dantuma get into him. AJ Godsey now has the lead. Mark Nelson in second. Brandon Springer, Mark Dantuma, JR Tanksley all to pit road for repairs. JR and Mark on their way out, just barely beating the pace car. Both drivers do manage to maintain the lead lap. Both Mark Nelson and Ray Hillhouse's cars painted by Jared Heasley. If you need a paint job, reach out to Jared. He does great work. Which reminds me, Jared, I'm probably going to need a new paint for the Coke 600. Pitter patter. Everybody stacks up as they get 1 to green. Barney the Flagman standing up above the start-finish line. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. AJ gets a great launch. Down the back straightaway, looked like a couple cars mid-pack may have kissed the wall a little bit. Michael Whiting up on the high side was wide through 3 and 4. He gets it back down through 1 and 2. A lot of side-by-side battle. Hillhouse now battling with Jeff Hinkle. Aaron Mason on the move, as is last week's winner, Mike Smith. Up 5 spots into 12th. Donald Durant also up 5 spots into 14th. AJ Godsey starting to pull a bit of a gap. Track temp and tire wear were a concern coming into this. Current track temperature 103 degrees. The track was at 101 during practice, 102 during qualifying, so it is not going up dramatically, but this hot track does get greasy quickly. New paint scheme tonight looks like for Richie Joplin, as Donald Durant has gone off track, back behind. No caution, he is back on. Let's see what happened. Down at the bottom through 1 and 2, loose on exit. A common theme heard here at North Wilkesboro. We've already seen it play out several times. Mark Nelson, 7/10 of a second back, trying to keep AJ in his sights. Jeff Hinkle now up to 3rd, but look who's in 4th. Eric Stoy started in 10th, has already fought his way into the top 5. Ray Hillhouse back in 5th, Richie Joplin in 6th, Kevin Reed now up 4 spots into 7th. Keep an eye on Kevin. Last time we were here, he had a very fast car. Kevin, as we mentioned, has been with BRR since the very first race. with the ARCA car at Daytona almost 4 years ago. In fact, our 4-year anniversary should be coming up in July. Whoa! Kevin loose off of 4 into the wall. Maybe I should stop talking about Kevin. Aaron Mason starting to make some moves up into 11th. Trying to get by Kevin Reed for 10th. Eric Stoy is just about to the back bumper of Jeff Hinkle for 3rd place. Brandon Springer, after being involved in that first caution, on the move once again, now up into 15th. Still a long way to go to get back where he was. Richie Joplin is now taking 5th. DP Riggins also on the move in the 13. DP up 3 spots now in the 9th. Aaron Mason now up 3 spots into 10th. And AJ Godsey closing in on Donald Durant. Lap traffic coming into play here early. Durant staying up high to let the leader get by clean. A rough start tonight for Durant after getting loose out of 2 and going through the infield. And a big mess right here. Michael Whiting in 6th, David Garman in 7th, Hillhouse in 8th, DP Riggins in 9th, Aaron Mason in 10th, and look who's on his way back to the front, Mark the Man Dantuma in 11th. Mark Dantuma, no stranger to making a big comeback. He did it all last season. Did the From the Back Challenge for our MS Society fundraiser. Passed over 250 cars in a single season. Hey, good evening, Russell. How are you, buddy? Richie Joplin is closing the gap now. On 4th place, Eric Stoy. AJ Godsey is starting to pull away, though. AJ already has a 1.8 second lead. DP Riggins has now moved up into 8th. Garmy in 7th as the field starts to spread out just a little bit. And Mark Dantuma now back up into 10th place as J.R. Tanksley has gone to pit road unexpectedly. Dantuma in 10th, closing the gap now on 9th place, Ray Hillhouse. A lot of drivers still adjusting to the new car for the new season. JR Tanksley having some problems. He is officially out of the race. Struggling finding the car. As we mentioned, a lot of drivers were talking during pre-race about the struggles with this car, especially on the short tracks. As AJ said, the handling is terrible. It is tight in and loose on the straightaway. A lot of the drivers were trying out driving in third gear. Some were driving in fourth. Some were even testing out shifting gears to try and make the car handle just a little bit better. Apparently, the car also having issues getting woed up. Michael Whiting, back in 6th place, is just about caught up to Richie Joplin. Brandon Springer has fought his way back up into 12th now. Rick Sargent quietly making his way to 13th. Gerald Thanos Poole, though, up to 14th. And on the long run, Eric Stoy has passed Jeff Hinkle to take third. Hinkle, well known for being the guy that saves his tires, saves the car, and is there at the end of the long run moving forward. I have to wonder if this car is part of the problem. If he's having troubles, like JR talked about, getting the car to turn, getting the car to slow down. Aaron Mason currently sitting in 11th, trying to reel in Mark Dantuma. Kevin Reed at the tail end of the lead lap in 17th. He has got to be hoping AJ stays behind for another 7. No, Kevin has lost a lap now. He is in the lucky dog position. As we mentioned, Brandon Springer involved in that first caution, but has made his way back up into 12th. Kevin is having all sorts of problems with that car. Mike Smith also about to lose a lap. Mark Nelson in second is starting to gain just a little bit of ground on AJ as they navigate some of the lap traffic. With the competition caution here in just a few laps, we will likely see everybody in 4 tires and fuel, and if we have a green flag run, that will be the final stop. Everybody can go the distance from there on fuel. Some of the drivers even expected, if there wasn't a comp caution, because of the way you drive this track and the fuel load tonight, some of the drivers could have made it from green to checkers on fuel. One more time to the yellow, but AJ is about to put Kevin Reed another lap down. As we mentioned last time BRR was here, Kevin was on fire and very, very fast. Heartbreaking to see him struggling here tonight. And the competition caution is out. This will be the only comp caution here tonight. Once the green flag drops again, if we don't see any cautions, they will go 100 laps to the finish under green. However, restarts on a short track on fresh tires can be extremely dangerous for the drivers. And here they come. Everybody hits their pit stall. Ray Hillhouse, Gerald Poole, Rick Sargent all stayed out. And AJ launches it, continues to lead. Mark Nelson coming out in second. Mike Smith also stayed out to get a wave around. Now Mike will come to pit road. And let's see if we can talk to one of the drivers. In 5th place, Jeff Hinkle. Hey Jeff, it's Doug. You got me?
I sure do, Doug. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm a little worried, though. I saw something I don't know that I've ever seen before. Somebody passed you on a long run.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble saving tires here. This setup is extremely tight, and so especially in the center. So I have to make some adjustments here on the long run, see if I can do any better.
I have to say, I've heard a couple of drivers talking about handling the car being tight, car being loose on the straightaways, and brakes just not wowing the car up.
Yeah, that's kind of just a function of this car, it seems like.
It definitely does, but man, still in the top 5. Can you adjust and fight your way back forward?
We'll see. I hope so. That'll be the goal, that's for sure.
Well, man, great run so far. Still in the top 5. Best of luck, everybody.
All right, thanks, Doug.
Jeff Hinkle currently in 4th after everybody has pitted. AJ Godsey out front, Mark Nelson in 2nd, Eric Stoy in 3rd, Jeff Hinkle in 4th, Richie Joplin, Michael Whiting, David Garman, DP Riggins, Mark Dantuma, and Aaron Mason round out the top 10. Pace car is back in, green is back in the air, AJ perfect launch. Out of turn 4, first green flag lap back is completed. Everybody so far so good. Remember, they can all go the distance from here on fuel. Oh, we've got a car around. Out of 4, caution is out. Michael Whiting is around. Second caution of the night, lap 57. Let's take a look and see what happened to Michael Whiting coming out of 4. Oh, looks like Richie came down. Whiting didn't have any room. Got out of the gas and got hit from behind. From high up in the blimp, Michael Whiting, that white car, yeah, Richie just comes across a very close call for Whiting with the pit road wall. J.R. Tanksley's car is fixed. He is going to try and come back out. AJ Godsey took the lead around lap 10 and has led every lap since. JR back in for 4 fresh tires. Several cars on pit road this time. Likely fuel and maybe a fresh set of tires. Looks like some came in, took tires, and repaired. As everybody gets ready to go back to green. Looks like several drivers in the back half of the field came in, most having manual repairs done, everybody trying to hang on to that fast repair as long as possible. AJ Godsey leads the field through. Pace car about to drop in. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. AJ quickly leads them through 1 and 2 as everybody tries to settle back in. Battle is on for second. Eric Stoy making the outside line work. Stoy now to second. Jeff Hinkle right behind Mark Nelson in fourth. DP Riggins side by side with Richie Joplin. Battling for fifth, but they are right there with Hinkle. Richie clears and gets immediately underneath Jeff Hinkle for fourth. In the past, Hinkle, oh no! Hinkle comes across the nose. Can Richie saves it? No, he doesn't. No caution. Everybody keeps rolling, but Richie lost a lot of ground. Went back from 4th to 14th. Jeff Hinkle on the high side comes down. Richie holds his line, just gets the bump to the nose. Half the field has to check up behind. Richie gets going. Hinkle keeps going. Hinkle did lose some ground as well. Jeff Hinkle now back in 9th place, trying to battle his way back toward the front. And that incident, that battle for 4th, made a huge impact on this race. AJ Gotze, Eric Story, and Mark Nelson have a big 1.8 second gap back to 4th place DP Riggins and 5th place David Gorman. Hey, good evening, Vortex. How are you? The top 3 in a little bit of a breakaway, but DP Riggins has found some speed. He is now 1.3 seconds behind. But can he maintain that pace for another 75 laps? Also on the move, Aaron Mason up 7 spots into 6th. Rick Sargent in 7 spots up to 7th. Rick did not get much practice prior to qualifying, but it looks like he didn't need it. Jeff Hinkle now back up into 8th place, trying to reel him back in after that incident. Richie Joplin in 13th, battling with Hillhouse. Mike Smith is now back up 5 spots into 12th. Mike got the lucky dog on the caution, getting him back to the lead lap. Kevin Reed appears to have found some more speed, but still trapped a couple of laps down here. Garmy Curley sits in 5th, Aaron Mason in 6th. Garmy not a fan of this track, but you can't tell he is running very, very well here tonight. But when you come to North Wilkesboro, it is all about AJ. And AJ Gotze's lead has opened up to a full second now. AJ is extremely fast, whatever track he goes to. But get him on a short track and he is almost unbeatable. Gerald Poole has cracked into the top 10, now up 8 spots into 10th. Right on the bumper of 9th place, Michael Dow. But Dow up 7 spots into 9th place. Dow having a great run here tonight. Now had quite a battle going on with Jeff Hinkle. A few moments ago, Hinkle came out ahead, but Dow staying right with him. Caution! Caution is back out, lap 85. I think it may have been an issue with Kevin Reed. Let's take a look. There's Kevin coming out of turn. Oh! Loose on the power into that gap in the track. Hard, hard, hard hit. Take a look from a different angle at this one. Headed down into 1 and 2. Brandon Springer right behind. Kevin clears, but then on the power, we've seen that a couple of times tonight. Get on the power, the car breaks loose. A very, very hard hit for Kevin Reed. Kevin is on pit road along with J.R. Tanksley, Donald Durant, Gerald Poole, Mark D'Antuma, A.J. Godsey, Eric Stoy, D.P. Riggins, David Garman, and Aaron Mason. The top 5 all staying out. In that first 50 laps to the competition caution, they only lost about 6 to 7 tenths of a second over the course of the run. We'll look after they hit the 100 lap mark and see how they're doing on time. It'll give us a big indicator of how the tires are doing. Will the guys that just went to pit road, will this pit stop pay off for them? Lights are out on the pace car. Kevin Reed is still sitting on pit road. He likely had already used that fast repair from that first incident. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Kevin Reed's comment, oopsie. Kevin, watch out for that gap in the wall on the backstretch, buddy. Bit of a fight going on as Jeff Hinkle moves back into the top 5. Gets by Aaron Mason on the high side. Richie Joplin has made his way back up into 7th. And David Gorman battling D.P. Riggins for 3rd. Kevin Reed is waiting for his crew to fix the car. Oh, D.P. and Gormy almost had some contact. It is short track racing. We have seen a lot of contact here tonight, a lot of door banging. But honestly, not as much as you would expect for a short track race. And while his car is being repaired, let's get a quick word with Kevin. Kevin, it's Doug. You got me? We'll get with his team, and when he gets back or gets his headset back on, we'll get a quick word. Bit of a battle going on from 6th on back. Hinkle in 6th, Aaron Mason in 7th, Richie Joplin 8th. Michael Whiting in 9th, battling with Mark Nelson now. Oh, Kevin not available. Actually, Kevin, you are showing as being in Discord still, bud. Mark Nelson did stop under that last caution. Mark D'Antuma had an incident a moment ago, has lost several spots. Let's take a quick look. D'Antuma on the bottom through 1 and 2. Loose under power. Gets off in the grass. Gets it gathered back up and keeps going, but did lose a position. I kind of figured, Kevin. AJ Godsey's lead now 1 1/4 seconds over Eric Stoy. Brandon Springer has moved into 3rd. Garmy in 4th. DP has drawn back to 5th. We saw Garmin and DP going at it. Meanwhile, Jeff Hinkle side by side with Hillhouse. Both drivers trying to make their way towards the front. Gerald Poole also on the move back toward the front, currently in 10th place. Now battling, it just took 9th from Jeff Hinkle. Thanos on the move. Mark D'Antuma battling with Richie Joplin for 11th. D'Antuma gets by, takes 11th. Richie Joplin may be fading here. We talked about the tire wear question. How much of an effect is it having? Will fresh tires pay off? AJ Godsey's fastest lap of 19.03. Last time by, 19.7. So just under 7/10 of a second of fall off thus far. So the question is going to be, will those fresh tires make a difference Right now, Brandon Springer pitted under the caution at lap 87 and is closing the gap on AJ. DP Riggins is in. Oh! I don't think DP went in on purpose. Taking a look at DP as he comes through 3 and 4. Oh, checking up. Ow! Gets that end wall. See if we can see from another angle. Did he get a bump? I believe it's Jeff Hinkle right behind. Just a little slow mid-turn. Hinkle gets him. DP had been fighting his way up into the top 5, but over the last few laps has faded quite a bit. DP stopped, took 4 tires, fuel, and fixed her. But now a couple of laps down. Brandon Springer on those fresh tires in second place is closing the gap on AJ Godsey. Michael Whiting in third on fresh tires. Mark Nelson in fourth on fresh tires. Ray Hillhouse on fresh tires in fifth. Gerald Poole in sixth. Mark Dantuma in seventh, all on fresh tires. Not only are the older tires a little bit slower, but you can't move the car everywhere you need it to go. The driver has to adjust for the car. On fresh tires, the car can adjust for the driver. Gerald Poole now 13 spots into fifth. Mark Dantuma moving forward, as is Ray Hillhouse. Eric Stoy is faded back to 8th. Gourmets in 9th. Hinkle in 10th. Richie Joplin into 11th. Aaron Mason in 12th. Michael Dow in 13th. All got tires at the comp caution and have not since. And wow, DP Riggins has the freshest tires on track, having just completed his pit stop after losing a lot of ground. He is flying. Aaron Mason is in. And DP is just flying around here. Riding along with DP Riggins. Coming out of turns 3 and 4, you see about 4 cars just ahead. They're about a straightaway ahead, but when he comes out of this turn, they are a lot closer. With other drivers hitting pit road, DP could make up quite a bit of time. And in 2 laps, he has reeled in those 3 cars. AJ Godsey still has the lead, but Brandon Springer is right on his bumper as they come into lap traffic. This is where Springer will have a dramatic advantage on those new tires. being able to maneuver and get past the lap traffic much more quickly. Michael Whiting back in third, less than a second behind the leaders. Mark Nelson in fourth, Gerald Poole in fifth, all of them closing the gap on AJ. AJ has led the majority of the laps here tonight, but will he be able to lead the most important one, the last one? As the leaders come into more and more lap traffic, Michael Whiting is getting closer and closer as well. Mark Nelson closing in, Gerald Poole closing in. Mark Dantuma was closing in on Thanos, but seems to be losing some ground now. Less than 20 to go here in North Wilkesboro. AJ last pitted lap 50. Brandon Springer last pitted lap 87. 37 lap fresher tires. Michael Whiting also pitted on lap 87, and he is closing in rapidly. Aaron Mason completed his pit stop. He is back out on track, back in 15th. To go for AJ Godsey. Can he hold Springer off? So far, so good. He's got a 6/10 of a second lead. But can he make those old tires outlast all the fresh rubber headed towards him? Ray Hillhouse has had an up and down night, but currently sitting in 7th place. Donald Durance is going to pit road. Durance taking 4 tires fuel, coming back out. Rick Surgeon is coming in. They were able to make it on fuel. Most of the drivers said 140 laps plus. Did something dramatically change? Through turns 3 and 4, AJ Godsey, 10 laps to go. And Michael Whiting looks underneath Brandon Springer for second. This is going to bring Mark Nelson back into the fight. Gerald Poole about 2.5 seconds back, depending on how hard they battle. He might be brought back into this as well. AJ still maintaining a gap on Springer. That little bit of battling may have been all AJ needed. Definitely a great run for Brandon tonight. Great run for Michael Whiting as well, and Gerald Poole. Gerald Poole now has a 2.7 second gap on Dan Tuma. Hillhouse still holding on to 7th. Eric Stoy in 8th. About to have David Gorman on his bumper. And Richie Joplin has fought his way back into the top 10. Big surprise tonight, Jeff Hinkle fading on old tires. Michael Whiting starting to look underneath once again for second place. He's got the nose in into 4, and Mark Nelson is there. This is exactly what AJ wants to see in his mirror. And that got very, very close. Whiting backing out of it. 2 laps to go for AJ Godsey. As they battle behind, he continues to pull away. When everybody else stopped for tires, he stayed out. The strategy has worked. White flag is in the air. One more time around for AJ Godsey. Michael Whiting clears into 2nd. Through 3 and 4, AJ does it again. He will win in North Wilkesboro. And Michael Whiting comes home in 2nd. Brandon Springer finishes 3rd sideways. Let's talk to our top 3, starting with Brandon Springer. Brandon, that was one heck of a run tonight, and for a moment, I thought you were going to run him down and take it.
I tried to catch AJ, but he's really good on saving tires, way better than I am. So, but I was glad I held off Michael and Mark. Man, those guys were coming too. So, I was sweating bullets.
I imagine you were, and the difference between you and Mike Whiting, 8/100ths of a second. That is a close finish. You came home 3rd, but still a great podium.
Thanks, Doc. Usually I get wrecked here or something crazy happens, and for once I was making it through the field.
Well, man, it is great to see you back up on the podium. A great job tonight, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Brandon Springer comes home in 3rd. And Michael Whiting coming home in 2nd place. Mike, Mike, it doesn't get much closer than that. A few hundredths of a second.
Yeah, that was fun. We made the right call with the pits, and we just got hung up there a little bit, and we couldn't get to AJ.
Had you had more time, were you going to be able to run him down? I know that I know Brandon got close, but then it was like AJ found another gear there. You still with me, Mike?
Yeah, I got you. Sorry. Yeah, I think AJ was saving a little bit there, and he knew that the fresh tires were going to come, but I just got hung up just a little bit, and I might have been able to run him down, but passing him it's pretty tough here.
Well, man, still a great job, and you did an amazing job working your way back through the field on those fresh tires. That was very, very exciting to watch. Great job tonight, buddy. And finally, our winner, once again, AJ Godsey. AJ, you did it again, not surprising anybody.
Well, got a little dicey there at the end. Them guys on fresh tires made it through, and seemed like about time they got to me, they equaled out. I knew I could save them pretty well because we had that 50-lap run or whatever, and my tires weren't wearing out too bad, so I decided to keep the track position and roll the dice, and was able to save enough tire to hold them off, I guess.
When you looked in the mirror and saw they had started battling for second place, was it a big sigh of relief?
Yeah, it really was, because, I mean, I seen Brandon get to me, and then he started to fall back again. I seen him pushing up in the corners, but I really seen Michael Whiting and Nelson. They were both coming pretty quick, so I was hoping they got to battle in there, and it seemed to happen. So, yeah, I got pretty lucky. I don't know. It'd been interesting to see what happened there.
Well, man, it was a great job. You led the most laps, and once again, dominated at North Wilkesboro. Man, congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Dougie.
AJ Godsey once again dominates at North Wilkesboro. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night. Jones BS Racing is back on track. Make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. A lot of YouTube shorts coming out over the next few days. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, folks.